Karen reported kids for a snowman police found she knocked it over and lied about it. The snow fell gently on Maple Street, blanketing the neighborhood in a serene hush. Kids laughed, their voices echoing as they built snowmen in their front yards. Among them were Mia and Lucas, two teenagers who poured their hearts into crafting a towering snowman, complete with a carrot nose and a scarf borrowed from Mia's late grandmother. It was more than a snowman, it was a tribute, a fleeting moment of joy in a tough winter. Across the street, Karen watched from her window, her lips pursed. She'd lived on Maple Street for years, her pristine lawn a point of pride, her rules unspoken but absolute. Snowmen, in her mind, were messy, childish distractions. The trouble began when Karen stormed out, her coat barely buttoned, shouting that the snowman was too close to her property line. Mia and Lucas, stunned, tried to explain it was on their side, but Karen's voice drowned them out. "You kids have no respect," she snapped, her finger jabbing the air. Neighbors peeked through curtains, sensing the storm brewing. Mia, usually soft-spoken, stood her ground. "It's just a snowman, Miss Karen. It's not hurting anyone." Lucas, bolder, added, "Maybe you should chill out." The word stung, and Karen's face twisted with rage. She retreated to her house, but the kids felt the weight of her glare long after. The next morning, the snowman lay in ruins, its head smashed, the scarf torn and discarded in the snow. Mia's heart sank. Lucas's fists clenched. Before they could process the loss, police sirens wailed. 2 officers arrived, responding to a call from Karen, who claimed the teens had vandalized her property and built the snowman to taunt her. "They're delinquents," she insisted, her voice trembling with rehearsed indignation. The officers, skeptical but dutiful, questioned Mia and Lucas. The teens were speechless, their grief over the snowman now mixed with fear of being blamed for something they didn't do. The neighborhood buzzed. Karen's accusations spread like wildfire, painting Mia and Lucas as troublemakers. Parents whispered, and kids avoided the teens' yard. But then came the twist. Mrs. Delaney, a quiet widow who lived next door, stepped forward. She'd been up late, unable to sleep, and saw everything from her window. Karen, not the kids, had crept out at midnight, wielding a shovel. With deliberate swings, she destroyed the snowman, muttering about teaching them a lesson. Mrs. Delaney's voice shook as she told the officers, her frail hands clutching a shawl. "I couldn't let those kids take the blame," she said. The revelation hit like a thunderbolt. The confrontation that followed was electric. The officers called Karen to the scene, where Mia and Lucas stood, their faces a mix of vindication and pain. Karen's confidence crumbled as Mrs. Delaney repeated her account, her soft voice cutting through the lies. "You did this, Karen?" one officer said, holding up a photo from a neighbor's security camera that showed her sneaking across the yard. The crowd gasped. Karen stammered, her excuses unraveling. "2 didn't mean to, it was just a snowman." But her words rang hollow. The truth was undeniable. She'd lied to pin her own crime on the kids. The fallout was swift and brutal. Neighbors shunned Karen, her reputation shattered. Mia and Lucas rebuilt their snowman, but the joy was gone. The scarf, now stitched back together, felt heavier, a reminder of the cruelty they'd faced. Karen, humiliated, retreated into her house, her windows dark for days. Mrs. Delaney, though, became an unexpected hero, her courage a quiet rebuke to the neighborhood's quick judgments. The incident left Maple Street divided. Some saw Karen's actions as a petty outburst, others as a deeper flaw in a community too quick to point fingers. In the days that followed, Mia and Lucas grappled with their anger. They wanted justice, but what did that mean? Karen's lie had hurt, but her isolation now seemed a punishment of its own. The snowman stood again, a symbol of resilience, but its shadow carried a bitter truth. Trust, once broken, was hard to rebuild. The neighborhood learned that Karen had acted out of a deeper resentment, a loneliness that festered into spite. It didn't excuse her, but it humanized her, leaving Mia and Lucas to wrestle with their own sense of forgiveness. The story of the snowman became a cautionary tale on Maple Street, a reminder that truth could be fragile and lies devastating. Mrs. Delaney's bravery showed that even the quietest voices could shift the tide. Yet the scars remained in the kids, on Karen, on the community. The snow would melt, but the memory of that winter would linger, a lesson in honesty, accountability, and the cost of division. What do you think? Was Karen's lie a simple mistake, or does it reveal a deeper issue about trust and justice in our communities?